For this extra step, what we're going to do is add a critical attack to our normal attack. So we have a chance every time we press the attack button to deal extra damage to whatever enemy we hit. So to do that, let's go ahead and go into our resources folder. We're going to go to scripts and create it. We're going to right click in here, select create, and go to C# script. And we will name this one critical attack. Again, make sure you name this before you click off of it, or that'll cause some problems for you. But yeah, we'll name it critical attack. And then we will go ahead and select our player game object here and drag critical attack right onto that guy. Then let's go ahead and open the script up. First, we need to add some variables. So we're going to give ourselves some space before this first curly bracket. We're going to say public int critical chance equals 10. And that variable is just going to determine what the likelihood is that we actually do the crit. So we're going to be choosing, we're going to try to roll a random between 0 and our critical chance. And if we hit the number 1, then we'll use the crit. So if critical chance is 10, then we have a 1 in 10 chance. If critical chance is 300, then we have a 1 in 300 chance. And if it's 2, then we have a 1 in 2 chance. So that's going to determine how much or how likely it is that we crit. Next, we're going to say public float, which is again a number with decimals associated. We're going to call this one critical multiplier, just like that. Critical multiplier. We're going to set that equal to 2.5f, just like that. And the last one we want to add is player controller PC. There we go. In start, we want to say PC equals get component. Again, that's that built-in method that allows us to access components. We're going to say player controller. So this is going to get the player controller component from the game object on which this script is located. So that player game object. And then finally, we're just going to step down into update. And we're going to say if input.get mouse button down. So that's how we attack. We're going to say if get input.get mouse button down, if random.range, and then inside random.range, we have to have parentheses, and then we say 0, comma, critical chance. So again, that's going to allow us to, we're a 1 in 10 or 200 or whatever chance. We're going to say if we random, or if whatever number we random in that range is equal to 1, then we want to do our crit. So that's where we get the 1 in whatever chance. And we're going to say if it equals to 1, then we're going to tell our player controller, our PC variable, we're going to tell it to use crit attack. So that's going to tell our player controller that, hey, it's time to use a critical attack, but we need to give it our critical multiplier. So we use our open and close parentheses, and then we type in critical multiplier, just like that. Once you've got that typed out, go ahead and save your scene, or save your script, excuse me, and then you're welcome to go back into your game and go to your dungeon or maybe drop an enemy in your base environment and attack it a few times. Maybe play with that crit chance variable in the inspector and get and see how much damage that critical attack really does. As we go through and make changes to our player by adding objects or making tweaks and things, let's always make sure that this serves as a nice reminder. Let's always make sure that we select our player, go to the overrides tab, and hit apply all, just to make sure that all of the changes we're making are applied to our player in all of our scenes.